On our 4th wedding anniversary, my husband texting me saying he'd be home late. Hours later, he was caught partying at a villa in a socialite's post. I discovered through whispers, not from him. Our anniversary 4 years together meant nothing to Luca. Not when Isabella Calderon, his plaything, came calling. The post that lit up the evening, showcased with all her arrogance on social media, was meant to humiliate me. Isabel had taken to flaunting their so-called intimacy for all to see. There she was clinging to him like a well-practiced illusion of grace at some private villa estate, surrounded by the elite of the Di Lorenzo family's inner circle. But it was Luca's smile, rarely unguarded, that cut deeper than her possessive gaze, the smile I hadn't seen in years. The caption dripped with cruelty. "Thank you, boss, for making me your number one." Of course, the comments came rolling in, praising their chemistry. "Isabel and Luca are perfect together," they said. "Where he should ditch the nobody." The nobody being me. The shame followed me everywhere. Work, family gatherings, even the women. Restroom at Ribaldi Enterprises, where I overheard 2 secretaries gossiping over lunch. "Did you catch Isabel's post last night?" One giggled, sounding like a teenager. Of course, she's glued to Luca these days. They are unstoppable, the new power couple. Their laughter echoed as I rushed out, the bitter taste of betrayal rising like bile. I told myself I wouldn't check the post again, but I did. Over and over the moment those pictures and videos went live. I knew I was nothing more than a forgotten promise. 3:15 p.m. Luca. Something came up. I will be home late. That was all he sent me. No apology, no explanation. Just like that, he canceled our anniversary dinner. I read the message again, letting the frustration rise before I finally responded with a curt, "Safe trip." A long sigh escaped my lips as I set the phone down on the counter. I had just come back from finishing a grueling day of running deliveries, trying to meet deadlines for the first job that meant anything to me in months. Exhausted, I collapsed on the bed and tried to forget. I knew I shouldn't have pinned my hopes on Luca's empty promises, yet I had anyway. For what a cheap reminder that he would never change. We'd been together since senior year at Monticello Academy. 4 years of watching him rise from the dangerous son of a cartel enforcer to the heir apparent of the Di Lorenzo syndicate, the cold, feared Luca Marcelli. I, on the other hand, was Elena Montoya, a nobody from the outskirts of New Brighton, not the daughter of powerful families or influential businessmen. My family scraped by living far from the criminal world that Luca ruled, but somehow I got swept into it. I had no illusions about what this relationship meant to Luca's world. For his associates, I was merely a placeholder, a sheep in a pride of lions. For the vultures online, Luca should have been with Isabel, the Calderon heiress with ties so deep in the cartel. Together, they embodied every fantasy the underworld adored. A power couple made of steel and silk. When Luca first made our relationship public, it sent shockwaves through the city. The kingpin's ruthless air with an ordinary woman. My inbox flooded with insults and worse. Some people pretended to be curious, but most spat venom. Even Isabel, or so I thought, had been supportive of us, at least until the rumors grew stronger, until pictures of them together, always without me, started surfacing, like her recent post with the tag, "Big thanks to Luca Marcelli, rhymed King Luca." It was a last-minute thing, but you pulled through as always. And Elena Montoya, you were a gem for lending your man to me tonight. Good luck finishing your project, I owe you. The attached photos made my stomach churn. An opulent hilltop villa, the remnants of a decadent meal, and Luca laughing beside Isabel as though the world outside their gilded life didn't exist. I blinked at the video, watching Luca truly laugh, for the first time in years. That cold exterior he always showed to the world, the one that kept everyone at arm's length, had vanished in the presence of Isabel Calderon. Not since our early days, when we were still reckless teenagers running through the city streets at midnight, untouchable and carefree. Now the comments below twisted the knife deeper. Ashu underworld royalty. Luca and Isabel look like they're meant for each other. Why isn't this official yet? Has eyes everywhere. Has anyone noticed how Luca only smiles with Isabel? Never seen him like that with Elena? Cardinal gossip. Poor Elena. She's holding onto a fantasy. I couldn't stop the tears from spilling, though I tried. Alone in the bedroom of the empty penthouse, I curled up, fighting the sobs that escaped my chest.